Hi everyone and welcome back to the Alex Iberia Designs YouTube channel. It's Erica with you today, and today we're going to do a little bit of a throwback Tuesday to this bouquet balloon stencil. So we're going to do a little bit of fun ink blending today. So I am going to not use the masks, so I'm going to be using the actual negative cutting pattern, and I'm going to be ink blending directly onto a card base here. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to place the stencil so that the two biggest balloons are actually on the cardstock, and then we're going to use a little bit of post-it tape. This is a white one, so like 5cm one. I use this all the time and I'm dreading the day I run out because I've not found it anywhere in Spain yet. So I'm kind of trying to be nice and cost efficient with this one. The good thing is that you can reuse these pieces when you finish with your one project, so don't throw them away. So we're going to mask off the little string as well, and then we are going to use some pink lemonade and sweet pea ink from Concord and Ninth. So what we're going to do first is we're going to ink blend the pink lemonade, which is like a nice soft pink, all over the big balloon. I very nearly did 3 then, but no. And then we're going to go in with the sweet pea around the edges to kind of create that sort of 3D effect. So the light color is going to be sort of like the highlight and the part of the balloon that is closest to us. Then by ink blending with another darker color around the edges and then going in with an itty bitty brush to kind of really get that color in there, we're going to create that 3D effect. So with the little one, when you're going in like really quite heavy, you're going to want to be quite gentle and not go too far in on the balloon itself. So that's how you create that 3D effect. And then we're going to clean this off a little bit because we're going to use a different color on the second biggest balloon. So we're going to clean up a little bit. There we go. Push the things to the side. We're not going to put them away just yet because you never know. Might need them later. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of a purple. With a purple, I meant a light purple. Okay. And then we're going to go in with a darker purple. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go in with a tiny or small brush, blending brush. And we're going to go in with a tiny amount and just work our way around the edges to create that 3D effect. So this is a really simple technique to create more of a kind of a 3D effect with your stencils, and especially things like balloons that are not flat, so this works with all sorts of things. If you want to create that kind of illusion of things being more almost alive or bigger than they are, just to kind of pop off the page, this is a really simple and easy way of adding that sort of extra layer dimension. It doesn't take a lot and it will really take your design up a notch. For this final balloon, we're going to put down a tiny layer of pink first, and then we're going to go in with some peachy colors. I want to say this is like nectar or something. And this is just to kind of create a completely kind of new color almost by mixing the 3 colors together. We're not going to have a set color. We're just going to kind of create a new one, I think. Yeah. So this one is going to get a little bit more pink. So with our first biggest balloon, it was kind of, that one is going more kind of towards if you think a sunset pink orange. And this little one is going to be like pure pink, if you like. So then we have finished ink blending our actual balloons, and we are going to add our little strings. So this it's going to require a little bit of masking again, but no biggie. And we're going to be using the same color for all of these. This is another one of Concord and Ninth. It's the mushroom gray one. So we're just going to ink blend with a teeny tiny little brush. There we go. Yes. So adding a little bit of a, not illusion of a string, it's an actual string. Now, if you wanted to use a marker and kind of add a little string around the actual kind of end bit of the balloons, whatever that is called. I wonder if that has an actual name. Then, go ahead and do that. And, that will be a fun little detail as well. Maybe that would look really nice in a silver Posca pen or something. Make sure that it matches your actual string. And then we are going to actually, we're going to think about this for a while because we're not going to do it right now. We're going to use this, It's Your Day, or it's your birthday even, hot foil plate, but I need to, set up my hot foil machine first to make sure that it's nice and hot. So while I'm waiting for that, I thought, you know what, I have all these inks out, so why not make another one? So with this one, we're actually going to be using the negative mask of the from the stencil set. So we're going to secure this with a little bit of folded over post-it tape, and we're going to stick this onto our card base. So we're going to do another design direct to card base. And with this one, it just makes sense to slap it right in the middle. So we're going to put that down, and then we're going to rub that down a little bit, make sure that it stays in place. But we are going to be using another little post-it tape bit to kind of keep it in place. And then we're going to have to be a little bit gentle with how we kind of ink blend with this. But the idea basically is to kind of ink blend with a rainbow around the edges. So I'm starting with Sprout, and then I'm grabbing a load of inks again. So we are going to be keeping all of the inks out, because we're not going to just do one color after the other after the other. We're going to make sure that they blend together. So if you leave them out, and your blending brushes as well, if you realize that, oh, the blend between these two colors is not like the best, you can always go in and just fix it later. And also, I'm trying for a really soft blend here. So you will see that on the inside of my lids, there is ink. And you might wonder, what's that about, girl? What's up? You're making a mess. And yes, I am. But when you want a really, really, really soft blend, instead of going straight to your ink pad, because it's very easy to kind of oversaturate your ink onto your brush. So I'm dabbing it off onto the lid. So then when I do need a little bit of just the tiniest bit for a really, really, really soft blend, instead of going direct to the ink pad, I dab my brush onto the lid. And this is a great, great, great way of just adding that very, very, very light touch of ink. This is one of my probably most used ink blending techniques, or like hacks, and it works brilliantly. So here you can see I am just going in to add a little bit of more color before splattering the whole thing with gold. Yes, I can't resist a little bit of a gold splatter. It just adds something so, so nice. So for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to use the same sentiment, but we're going to heat emboss it with this amazing sparkling magenta foil. So this one is brand new to me, and as soon as I got it out, I was like, whoa, look at that. It is so, so gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So we are going to cut out a piece, and then we're going to hot foil this onto shiny black cardstock. This, honestly, this foil, just wait until you see it foiled onto the black cardstock. It is something to behold. It really, really is. And also, it might feel like it's a little bit harsh with the black cardstock, but if honestly, foiling on this kind of like black cardstock, it foils so well, and it really, really helps the word stand out. So please don't be afraid to kind of, try a few things and experiment, because part of the fun with crafting is definitely experimenting and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So I've run this through the die cutting machine off camera, and then we're going to place this back down again, and we're going to get it ready for our ink blended card base. But now just look and wait here. Look. So in some angles it looks like just proper magenta, and then you've shifted and you see all those like speckles. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. And with that black cardstock, when you cut this out with the word or the coordinating die cut, it's gonna kind of act as that not shape, oh my goodness, why is it so hard for me to say, the shadow around it, like that. So you can really see what it says. So this is going to make it stand out amazingly on the card. But now we're going to take this card base here, and then we're going to use some gold foil for this one, because, well, gold is brilliant for birthdays, isn't it? And I figured, with the other sort of rainbowy card, you needed to have something that kind of like dampens it down a little bit, hence the black cardstock. But here we're going to use gold directly onto the card. And we're going to try to place it so that the actual word is on the balloon as well. And we're going to trim this down so that we're not going to add a huge amount of foil. So hopefully this will minimize the risk of over foiling and foiling in other places where it's not supposed to foil. So we're going to place that down, and then we're going to wait for the timer, and we're going to run this through our die cutting machine. And it's time for the moment of truth. Did this work? Yes, it did, and it looks amazing. Oh, that gold is so good onto that. Yes, a little bit of gold foiling never fails. So on this one, I did use a gold Posca pen instead of a matching one. I didn't have a silver one. So I used a gold Posca pen to kind of add those little bits of string onto the balloons. And then we are going to finish off our second card. So for the second one, I decided to also cut out the extra word die a little bit, a few more times. And then on this one, we're going to use a black string because everything is so kind of like pastel-y, apart from the word sentiment, of course. But here, I wanted it to kind of really stand out. So we're going to draw like the string, a little ribbon, and then we're going to do kind of like the string that you hold the balloon with. And then in the middle on that white space, we're going to place our word die cuts. With that white space and the black shadow and that magenta foil, the gorgeous magenta foil, this is going to really stand out. So here we're just going to add a little bit of liquid glue on the back, and I have stacked this twice with other pieces to make sure that it just kind of stands out a little bit more. So this is not a super flat card, but if you wanted to make it really flat, you just skip those extra pieces, and that is it. So here I'm just going to place my MISTI on top to make sure it dries flat, and then it's ready to go. And I know there's been a lot of jibber-jabbering and weirdness going on today, and I'm sorry about that, but I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the Alex Siberia YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you soon again.